I wake to a city singing without mouths. A slow tide of thoughts sliding under the door like light. Footsteps outside match a rhythm of grocery lists, heartbreaks, and small prayers for rent to stretch one more week. My name is Daniel, and since the opening, listening is as natural as breathing, and privacy is something you have to learn on purpose. We built polite rules the way cities build sidewalks. Ask before focusing, never shout joy into a stranger's mind, and step back when you feel a flinch. We invented covers for the mind. Hum a tune to muffle fear, think recipes to hide sorrow, count windows when a secret rattles the frame. And still, thoughts spill, like a spoon clinking in a quiet cafe, and the kind thing is to pretend nothing fell. Today I will attempt the impossible. Throw a surprise for my sister, Clara. In a world where surprises die on the doorstep. Clara turns 25 tonight, and ever since someone once read her maybe as yes, she learned to hold thoughts like a bird, light, careful, alive. So I practice mental origami. Fold cake into laundry, tuck guests inside bus schedule, pinch balloons into potting soil. On the bus, every seat hums with small human weather. Missed trains, old songs, a dentist reminder, courage rehearsing in whispers. At work, I'm a consensus mapper. My job is finding the middle road when too many voices try to drive at once. The team jitters over a deadline. Pride, worry, and caffeine tangle in the air. And I sense Lena's panic beating behind her smile. I don't pry. I float a question across the table. What would make this easier? Not perfect. And the map breathes out. At noon I walk to the Blackbird Garden. A quiet zone, a library for the head, where minds hum at low tide. I sit and hold the scaffolding of the party. Each beam named ordinary. Flower, emails, compost, sweep. Behind those a soft bell. Love. A street preacher used to blast sermons into heads until the city find him. Now he speaks in questions that land like feathers. We learned that power is a volume knob and consent is the hand on it. You can show, you should not shove. Back home I stage decoys. A laundry basket cradling a cake tin, candles hidden under sponges, a plant Mr. filled with confetti. My mind wants to shout the secret, but I breathe in fours like Mr. Akira taught me. In, hold, out, hold. Thoughts settle like snow in a globe. Mr. Akira lives 2 floors down and wears his mind like a loose shirt. Roomy, breathable, never grabbing. I ask him for help with only the outline. Later, music, warmth, tea. And he nods. I'll be a quiet kettle. As sunset leans on the glass, Clara pings me. You free. A blush of worry arrives with the message I'm not supposed to name. Always, I answer, drawing the mind curtain I've practiced for years. Picture a door, then close it softly. She arrives with takeout and our old brother-sister look. The one that says, we can hear each other even when we try not to. I keep the conversation on playlists and cinnamon, while my neutral thoughts fill the room. Song keys, spice. The weather's tangled apology. It's hard to date, she admits. When someone reads the rough draft, I nod and think a canopy into place above her. Shade for a tired day. Intimacy is permission, not access. Hearing isn't the same as being invited to stay. After Clara leaves, the co-conspirators climb the back stairs carrying harmless thoughts to cloak happy ones. We dim our inner candles and rehearse. When the door opens, hold a clean breath and think nothing sharp. The key turns. The door swings. For one perfect heartbeat nobody thinks, surprise, birthday, or Clara. We hold her name like a wrapped gift. Then the room blooms without words. Color, laugh, arms. And her thoughts pour over us like sunrise. You did it. She touches her temple like opening a window. You kept a secret. She thinks first to me, then to everyone. Music rolls soft and brave. And the party settles into the good kind of choir where harmonies never drown a solo. Later, someone asks how the opening began. Stories rise, whether switch or finally hearing what was always there. My version is quiet. I once listened to a kettle and heard my fear more kindly. Then the neighbor's patience. Then my mother's recipe for courage. The world didn't end. It rearranged. Arguments got shorter, apologies faster, scams harder, and new tricks learned to sound like mercy. We adapted: consent tokens, quiet gardens, focus etiquette, and when we fail, we fix it out loud, and the fixing grows trust. On the balcony, Clara and I practice the skill we're still learning: being present without reaching. We watch the city think in lullabies. She shares a fear like a folded note. What if I'm never new to anyone again? I answer with shelter. You get to be private on purpose. Inside, a friend unveils dessert, real cake, a tiny miracle in the age of mental spoilers, and the room laughs at our own craft. Before candles, we agree on a retreat phrase: window closed. Everyone honors it. Mine step back like tide, leaving a shore smooth and ready. Clara closes her eyes and thinks something none of us catches. She blows, and smoke draws a soft punctuation mark on the air. We clean together, little domestic constellations. One washes, another dries, a third hums a thought that smells like time and rain. When the last guest leaves, the apartment exhales. Laughter clings to the curtain, and her quiet thanks hums through the wall like a heartbeat. We sit with tea, not talking, not reading, just meeting on a wide inner porch where no one needs to knock. People claim mind-reading killed romance. I think it sharpened craft. Flowers matter when you listen to the soil they want. Freedom isn't deafness. It's choice: what to hold, what to share, what to let pass like weather over a hill. I remember school assemblies when the principal begged for indoor voices of the mind, and we screamed silently just to prove we could. We're older now. We practice the muscular kindness of restraint, the discipline of consent, and the thrill of a chorus that leaves room for solos. Near midnight, after Clara sleeps, I step onto the balcony and listen with the volume low. A neighbor's lullaby, a fox's quick hunger, a late apology finding home. I send a small thank you into the dark for every mind that chose gentleness today. It comes back like heat. No words, just yes. If this story made space in your head, subscribe, leave a like, and share it with someone who loves careful listening. Thanks for being here. See you in the next chapter.